Hi, everyone. My name's Maria. I'm an Emerald Ambassador. I've been an ambassador for 4 years, and I am so grateful for the opportunity that it has brought to myself, my family, and those around me. Today's challenge that I want to share with you is about balance, finding a balance for life in general, work, family, your Plexus business, your community activities, all of that. So with that, I'm going to share a little bit about my story. When I first started, it was challenging. And as my team grew, of finding that balance between designating time for my business and designating time for my family. So I used to be the person that would work 5 minutes, send a message real quick, and then take off to change a diaper, clean the house, wash dishes, mop, vacuum, come back, sit down, and next thing you know, I would be scrolling through social media, and that would be a big time waster because I get sucked in it. I mean, social media is amazing. Our business is run primarily on social media because you can get to more people in less time. And not that, I'm not saying don't do face-to-face. Of course, that's great. But having that our phones are basically the priority of where we run our business can take time away from your business, time away from your family. So finding that balance between the things that you do day to day and building your business can be quite challenging. I'll be completely honest. I would be distracted and find myself scrolling through Facebook. Next thing, I found a YouTube video, so I'd watch that. That saying, I think there's a saying going on Facebook where your mind is like a computer browser because you have 1,000 tabs open and you don't know where you're at. Yeah, that was me. And it still happens. I'll be completely honest with you because sometimes I fall back in the trap of not being mindful and not being present of the things that I'm doing. So this week's challenge, we are going to work on that, and including myself, because it just happens. Summer especially, if you're home with your kids and they're off and they're not in their own regular scheduled activities, it throws you off. So we are going to work together, myself included, and we're going to identify what factors take time away from our day and take time away from our business, our family, our kids, and how to find that balance with your business, with your family, and your day-to-day stuff, okay? So we are going to create a schedule that works for each one of you individually. But before that, I want you to create a list of all the things you do all day. Okay, so for myself, I am stay at home. So I feed the kids, do laundry, make the beds, clean the house. Some of you go to work, some of you go to the gym. Write everything down. Come to work, run errands, go to the bank, go to the grocery store. Write down everything that you do day to day. Okay, because we're going to identify what we do every single day. Okay, do that right now. That's part of the homework. Next thing is we're going to create a space in our home that is designed to be a quiet zone so that you can work your business. Yes, we work our business primarily from our cell phones, and we can take our cell phones everywhere. Like right now, I'm in the deck, or I can take it to the couch or my car, wherever it is. But I want you to create a space in your home, whether it's the dining table, maybe you have an extra spare bedroom, maybe you have a guest room, maybe even your closet where it's quiet. Doesn't matter, but I want you to create a space where you say, I am going to come here and work my business. There's no distractions. When I go to that space, I am going to be working on my business and solely on my business. I'm not going to be scrolling social media. I'm not going to make phone calls, to make a tanning appointment or whatever. This is strictly for your business. Okay, so create that space. Write that down where you are going to dedicate the space. Next thing is we are going to be very intentional about our business, about our schedules, and the space, okay? So again, one thing here that I need to remind everyone, including myself, is that we need to adjust our attitude, our energy, and our mindset. Because if these are not aligned, then we have a problem. Okay, we need to be 100% flexible here and work with it, okay? How many of you go to the store and you try on a sweater or you try on a shirt? and you're like, oh, I don't like this. You go and try a different size, right? Exactly. So we're going to create a schedule. And sometimes, these are the things that you need to be doing, but we keep putting them off because we're afraid it's not going to work. I'm guilty of that. So just like you try on a sweater, if it doesn't work, you go and try a different size, right? Or a different shirt, whatever. We're going to try the schedule for 1 week. And if it doesn't work, you guys, we can make changes the following week, okay? I was so guilty about this because when I wanted to write the schedule, I'm like, oh my gosh, I was excited, but I was terrified because I was like, what if I don't stick to it? What if something else comes up? What if there's an emergency and I need to go, pick up my child from school? It's okay. It's okay. Schedules are flexible too. But if we have a masterpiece, we can follow it and find balance. On this schedule, I want you to write down everything that you do in your day-to-day, but we're going to organize it in a way that every hour is allocated for that specific task. Okay, so I do coach with Preston Pugmire, and some of you know or may have heard from him, and this is where I learned all of the things that I'm talking to you today. These are things that he taught me, and I've put into place and actually have, it works. It really, really works. And one of the things that he said is structure equals freedom. If we are overwhelmed, it's because we don't have structure. And I'm so guilty of that. And if I am overwhelmed, means that I don't have balance in my life or in my business or my life at home, okay? I am guilty of feeling like I am half doing my job as a mom, half doing my job as a housekeeper, house cleaner, housewife. I feel like sometimes I'm not doing a great job as a leader because I feel like I'm only doing things halfway. So if you can relate to that, we are going to put that all to the past and we're going to move forward with our structure, okay? So we're going to time block. So if you have a calendar or a planner, I want you to take it out. If you don't, maybe you do also have on your cell phone, where you can block. I know Google can do that with colors. I personally like to keep my planner, and I have a weekly one with hour by hour. You can also find something online and just print it out and highlight it. I've done that before too, and it works great. Okay, so what I have on here is every hour needs to be accounted for, okay? So I'm gonna ask you, how much time do I need to dedicate to my business daily? Okay, sorry you guys, I think I'm gonna move because my brother is here and I don't want you to hear the back noise. He's gonna be very low. So I want you to allocate every hour, okay? Every hour needs to be accounted for. From the moment you wake up, okay? From the moment that you brush your teeth, have breakfast, work out, all of that needs to be allocated for, okay? And I also want you to ask yourself this: how much time do I need to dedicate to my Plexus business daily? Is it 1 hour? Is it 2 hours? 3 hours? Whatever it is, this is what you're going to allocate in your planner as well, okay? And this looks like follow-up, schedules, back office, team training, all of that, okay? Ask yourself this: what will my business look like if I was 100% committed to working this time daily? What will my business look like if I was 100% committed to working my business like this every single day? Write that down. Here's something. If you think that building a business takes too much time, think back again, because what are we really selling in marketing? We're selling freedom, right? We want time freedom so we can be home with our kids. We want freedom so we can travel. We want freedom to do the things that you want to do, okay? So work your business. When you're allocating this time in your calendar, this is when you're going to work your business hard. This is like no distractions. A call comes in, a notification comes in, ignore that baby, okay? I was guilty of, if a notification came in, I would go check it out and respond because I felt like I needed to respond right away. No, you are committed to your own IPA during this time. Then another time you can respond to those messages, okay? But that's when you're doing your reach outs, you're building relationships, you're connecting with people, all of these things. So I want you to find your planner, and I also want you to, if you don't have a planner, that's okay. Go print one off from Google, just like a weekly hour by hour. And if you have something like this, I'm very color coded. I like to do that because it just helps me. Okay, this is February, because this is when I was very intentional, and right now we're in summer, but this is an example. In the morning from 7 a.m. to 8 p.m., I have family prep because I'm getting my kids ready for school. And then I allow myself a little time there. Plexus Power Hour from 9 to 10. 10 o'clock, it's a workout. And then 11, it's lunch prep. Ellie would come home, and then we would do lunch prep. And then when baby was snapping, not snapping, but when baby was napping, I would also work my business here. And this was just different things like follow-ups, team calls, individual calls, coaching calls, those kinds of things. And then more family time, dinner. And then I could squeeze in another hour here. And then the purple, you know, is Eliana's, ballet, all this kind of stuff. So I want you to write down the things that you do every day. And I want you to allocate a spot in your home where you're going to work your business intentionally with no distractions. So you know when you go to that room, you're working on your business. You're not going to be scrolling social media. You're not going to be scrolling, watching videos on YouTube. This is solely for your IPA, which is income producing activities. And then I want you to identify the hours that you want to work your Plexus business. And then all the things that you do day to day, you're going to fill in your calendar day by day. Okay, so at the end of the week, I want you to post a picture of what your week looks like, and we're going to try it on. Okay, don't be afraid to put it there and then you're afraid to not complete it. That is not something that you're going to worry about. Okay, so that's what we're going to do. We are going to feel like we're fulfilled and we're going to be accomplished, and we're going to try it out. And if it works, we keep it. If it doesn't work, we're going to make adjustments to that schedule. Okay, so sounds good. Let's kick off this week with balance and time blocking and finding that that time for our family, our business, and being completely 100% present when you're doing that time. Okay, so if it is family time, you're completely doing family time. If you're doing business, you're doing business. You're doing Plexus. If you're at work, you're at work. If you're out with a friend, you're out with a friend. You're not working your business. You're not checking your phone, but keep these in mind. This is how we're going to work to find that balance that brings you peace and brings you happiness, and that you're not feeling overwhelmed, because when you feel overwhelmed, that's when systems are not in place. Remember, structure equals freedom. All right, you guys, we'll see you soon. Have fun this week with this week's challenge.